2019 has been a big year for Kennywood. The opening of Steel Curtain has put this regional amusement park back in the national eyesight. Overall, it's been a year of highs and lows, which I plan on discussing all of these talking points in today's review. To start things off, let's dive into the biggest topic, Steeler Country. Kennywood and the Pittsburgh Steelers teamed up to provide us a new themed area of the park dedicated solely to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The main new attraction in this area is, of course, Steel Curtain, a giant S&S roller coaster that features 9 inversions, the most in the US. Steel Curtain has been well received for the most part, and I would rate this attraction a success. Unfortunately, it's difficult to discuss the rest of Steeler Country because part of this new area has yet to open. The Steeler Experience interaction area hasn't opened yet, and I haven't seen any news stating that it'll even be open for the Holiday Lights, the park's Christmas holiday event. I did check out the new restaurant, the Endzone Cafe, and thought it was pretty decent. I could see myself getting a few more meals here in the coming 2020 season. Steel Curtain started off with a little controversy since construction went a little longer than expected. The ride didn't open to the public until July 13th, which is well into the summer season. Looking back at previous new park additions, this seems to be the trend since Thomastown didn't open until the end of July of last year, and Skyrocket, the park's previous new roller coaster, didn't open till the end of June in its opening year. Speaking of Skyrocket, after being closed for well over a year due to extended maintenance refurbishment, this premier launching roller coaster opened back on July 14th, the day after Steel Curtain's grand opening. It felt like we got 2 new roller coasters this year. The addition of Steel Curtain and having Skyrocket open again makes Kennywood feel more like a complete park with a decent selection of new and classic roller coasters to choose from. Since Thomastown didn't open until late into the 2018 season, Thomastown also felt like a new addition for 2019. This new kids area of the park has a small but decent selection of family attractions. Even on a slower day, Thomastown still manages to keep busy. I finally got to ride Cranky's Drop Tower near the end of the season. It's actually a fun little ride. This is a great place to take the kids or maybe just sit down for a bit on a relaxing train ride with Thomas. Majority of the roller coasters at Kennywood are unique, offering you something that you can't quite get anywhere else. Even their spinning Wild Mouse is pretty unique because it's indoors and decently themed. The park has a great 1-2 punch with Phantom's Revenge and Steel Curtain. The rest of the lineup serve well as great filler coasters. If you've never been to Kennywood, I'd make plans to get over here in 2020. For those who have never been to Kennywood before, I can't let this review go by without discussing the dark ride attractions. It's rare to find 1 or 2 dark rides at a smaller regional park, but Kennywood has 4, 5 if we include the 4D theater. All of them are very unique from each other. Noah's Ark is a classic walk-through attraction. Garfield's Nightmare is an old Tunnel of Love attraction themed to Garfield that the whole family can enjoy. Exterminator is a decent spinning Wild Mouse, and Ghostwood Estates is a great interactive shooter attraction. The 4D theater is like, well, any other 4D theater, but still a nice feature for Kennywood. Now on over to a down note. Black Widow, the park's giant Zamperla Discovery, has been closed for the entire 2019 season. It was very unfortunate for Kennywood to have both Skyrocket and Black Widow closed for a chunk of the summer season. I would argue that Black Widow, prior to Steel Curtain opening, is the park's second most popular attraction, so having Black Widow closed for the whole season never looks well. Thankfully, the park opened Skyrocket, but even after the whole year of that being SBNO, I think the public has gotten a little tainted towards Kennywood. At the beginning of the summer, Kennywood was getting a lot of negative publicity from the local media. Most of it was over non-issues like switching ketchup brands and staffing issues before school letting out for the summer. I personally thought that some of the complaints were unwarranted. Many parks do suffer from staffing issues in the early parts of the summer season, and the ketchup fiasco, I mean, come on. Is this really a worthy news story? I know Heinz is local to Pittsburgh, so switching to Hunt's was a big deal, I guess, but come on, there's bigger issues to concern ourselves over. The park did switch back to Heinz, but still not a worthy news story. To wrap things up, here are a few positives and negatives to take away. Positives: new roller coaster with Steel Curtain. Skyrocket is back open. Thomastown is fully operational. Great collection of roller coasters and fantastic selection of dark rides. Our negatives: Black Widow closed for the entire season, Steeler Country is still not completely done, Steel Curtain opening late into the year, and Skyrocket closed well through mid-July. Looking forward, I think 2020 should be a better year overall for Kennywood. I would assume that all their attractions should be up and running, including Black Widow and all of Steeler Country. Everyone who missed out on riding Steel Curtain in 2019 will have plenty of opportunity to ride it in the new season. Hopefully the park won't experience any other major setbacks like they did with Skyrocket and Black Widow. The park has dramatically changed in the last 2 years with Steeler Country and Thomastown, which I think both additions are servicing the park well. If I were to rank my overall experience at Kennywood during the 2019 season, I'd still have to give it a 9. I mean, there has been some setbacks, but I still managed to have a great time. Since I live an easy driving distance away, I'm at the park almost on a weekly basis, if not more. I can visit just to ride a couple coasters, then leave, so I tend to overlook the crowds. If it's busy when I'm there, I can just ride a roller coaster or two and call it a day. I was also fortunate to be able to attend the media event for Steel Curtain, which was a great experience, and I thank Kennywood for inviting me. Well, thank you for watching today's review. Did you visit Kennywood this year? How was your experience? Let me know in the comments below. As always, please subscribe so you don't miss out on more great content coming your way by Xscreamthrills.